This is a special live edition of The Naked Room, and we're excited for some audience participation today. And um,
I
you
think, let's be honest, you're excited that you don't have to edit anything after this.
that also is kind of
And this week.
it's kind of nice. Oh, Bill and I are here. That's really sweet.
Oh, I see. It's my first time ever doing Substack Live, so everything's really novel and fun to me. There's comments.
It is fun and hearts.
Ah,
Yes. Going to be fun. And I love for the people who are not here right now and are going to be hearing this and be like, wow, that sounded like a party. I wish that I hadn't missed it. Okay. So you and I had talked about how we have had a lot of things lately in our life that have been bringing us joy, and we're going to get to that. But in typical Naked Room fashion, we have to keep it a little bit off the cuff. So I brought the question jar.
Good.
All right. Are you ready? All right. Should I do a yellow or a green? You can pick.
Yellow.
Okay. Here we go. This one I think was from the bottom of the jar. Let's see. I'm like, we have this one time. Actually, this feels good because I feel like it relates back to the idea of finding joy. So, what do you do to snap yourself out of a negative thought pattern?
Oh, first, that's funny. Okay, to snap myself out of a negative thought pattern, I feel like I have a few tricks up my sleeve for that I've developed over a lifetime. But definitely music, it always goes back to that. Like, that can always snap me out of whatever mood I'm in or bring me into whatever mood I wanna be in.
Yeah. Yes.
There's, um I mean, if it's a negative thought that I have the ability to kinda wrap my head around, then I'll sit with it and I'll go through the feeling of it and be like, "Why am I like, working through it snaps me out of it." I guess that's less of a snap and more of a, like, working through it, but not, you know, expecting it to go away and just sitting with it, understanding why it's there, where it's coming from. Most of the time, it's something that I have no control over. So my big thing is like to never pre-worry about something or, don't put energy into something that I don't have control over. It's on another page.
You have been we've talked about this a lot, and like you made a huge life change last year and you moved across the country, which is something that's like normal for you've done that a lot. So you're like you were you were prepared and in all of the best ways possible, but like I know that there have been lots of times where you've been faced with the unknown, like a lot of unknowns, and I've always been so impressed with how you've been like, "I could worry about this right now, but I'm expending all this energy unnecessarily because I know that this worrying is just going to create more strife for myself. It's gonna make me feel worse. So I might as well put my energy into figuring out a solution."
Yeah, I think you go through enough like trial and error and ups and downs that you realize that the same energy that you put into worrying about it can be, like you said, just spent on finding a solution instead. And it's easier said than done. It's really paralyzing sometimes when shit happens and
Yeah.
you control over it, and the obsession of not being able to control whatever the outcome might be can be tough. But yeah, it's just, I don't know. It's like a muscle that you exercise, or at least for me, it's a muscle that I've exercised where I'm like, oh, okay, well, I think you have to look at it from like an explorer's perspective. Like, wonder how this is going to turn out. Like, because otherwise, the alternative is just putting negative energy into it or thinking, worrying about it. Like, none of that's going to make it go away. So, what's the point?
Yeah. Yeah. I feel like I've been doing that a lot, and you and I talk about every single thing. So we've touched on this before, but I feel like this is probably helpful for other people. But like the connection that I have to scarcity and money, thinking that it's going to run out, and being like um, I have no examples of being in a place where I am completely full of lack. Like there's no examples of that in my life. So why am I spending time worrying about? I think we're just deeply programmed to have this this
Yeah, get
yeah,
the thing, work for the thing, get the thing, have the thing, keep the thing, get insurance for the thing. Like, it's just like,
yeah,
it's crazy, and I don't know, it works for some people and they've figured it out, but, it's just never worked for me. So,
yeah, yeah, might as well put that energy into, I don't know, building a farm stand or something,
yeah,
which we can come back around to because I wanna hear more stories of people coming up to the video talking to God.
I'm
Um,
all like, confession, while we're doing this live, I literally have my security camera right here because I opened it today because 'cause we're supposed to get a big storm this weekend, like 8 to 29 inches of snow, and so everyone's freaking out and they wanted to go shopping, and I said, "Go for it. I'll stock the stand."
yeah,
So,
I'm good too because it's been very entertaining for everyone else who's in your orbit. Um, but I will say one of the things that I do that's been very powerful if I'm in a negative thought spiral is talking to myself in the mirror. I just go and look deep into my own eyes and I connect to some like it's the like most authentic and like calm version of myself. And she's the one who's talking to me in that moment. I sound like I need to go to a padded room right now. But she's the one who's talking to me and it like breaks up that cycle. Because sometimes I'll wake up in the morning and I'll immediately go into, um, like, dread or I'll f and, thus is life because we're in a
uh,
moment it feels very chaotic, so, to say the least. But yeah, I love doing the mirror exercise, and then sometimes when I'm sitting in the house, I get into that like, the afternoon fuzz starts to come on, I'm like, "This is the time that I need to go outside and take Zula for a walk and or be around other people, go to a third space, do something like local coffee shop, do something that changes my environment." I think that's really the biggest thing. Let's see. Peter, he made couple comments here.
yeah.
Yeah, well put, especially the part about music being able to put you in a mood or headspace where you wanna be in, and he also said, "Has your partner ever caught you doing that?" Talking to yourself here happened to me this morning. I love it. Peter's one of my friends from LinkedIn, and we've, like, had phone calls and stuff. He's wonderful, and I'm so glad he's here. Have I think Curtis and I are just so, like, open door policy with everything that
That was the first thing I thought. I was like, I that's probably the least embarrassing thing he's probably seen you do in a bathroom.
Yes.
All of us are puzzled by your open door policy. We just can't, it's not something that we jive with, but I
I
love it.
I mean, I got a little cranky, like, either this morning or yesterday where I was like, I feel like I need boundaries right now. Like, I really
Yeah.
was like, "Go away. This is too close." So, yeah, but I don't know. It's, yeah, he had seen me talk to myself in the mirror, but that's typically, that's, like, something I'll do before a lot of times he'll wake up slightly after me, and I'll go in and do it in the mirror and talk to myself, or it's usually in a quiet moment, but yeah. Okay. I really wanna talk about your farm stand more. That's a new development in the last, like, couple of weeks, and it's kicking ass.
Doing pretty good. No pun intended. Goods in the woods. Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, what is there to say? We talked a little bit about it before, I guess, but it's bringing me a lot of joy. So that's on theme. More thought. I, I mean, so when we moved here, what was it, like 8 months ago now? I knew that I wanted to offer up like, well, we knew we'd get chickens. We got chickens, and I knew I'd want to offer up eggs because we can't, like, we're not going to be eating 6 dozen eggs a week. So I knew I wanted to do that, and I wanted to grow enough vegetables to be able to share them. And then I think after living here for a few months, it's gonna sound so funny to you because 'cause you're in LA, but, like, you know both areas, so you get it. Like, traffic in LA is bonkers, obviously, but, like, traffic in Charlottesville isn't that great either. So it's like, I
That's
think here for a few months, I just was like, "Man, I don't know if anybody else feels this way, but and it kind of ties into like, romanticizing your life or creating joy. But like getting on the main road, it sounds so hillbilly, but like getting on the main road, driving into town all the way into Charlottesville, which sounds so silly, is like 6 miles. It doesn't bring me joy. Like I don't like to be around. It is so overstimulating for me too, which is like a whole nother probably nut to crack. But I get home, I'm, like, exhausted from being, like, around all the people and the commerce and, like, all of that, and so I shop as locally as I can when I can. Like, I love in the, in the summers when, like, our mutual friend has a farm and, like, they always have fresh veggies and stuff that I can, go and grab, and it's so nice to not have to make a special trip for it. And I guess I didn't realize that everyone else in my area feels the same way because like, that's been the feedback. The fact that they don't have to leave our little more rural area and travel into town to get what is now cookies and muffins and bagels and all the things that I can make until we have vegetables and, flowers and stuff. They are just loving it, and I'm loving that they love it, and it's just joyful.
I mean, bringing me joy and I'm not even there. Like, some of the things that you told me about people talking into the camera, and my mom and Bill are here, and, like, their back and forth when they picked up their cookies was adorable, as to be expected, because my mom is adorable. So, she was like, "I'm getting mini cookies."
Oh, thanks, Bill and Brenda, for the cute. Yeah,
Yeah.
it's so I think too, you go into those things, or at least I did, because I'm, like, a prepared-minded person. I went into it Hey, Tater Tot. Um, I assuming, or I guess preparing myself that there would definitely be some neighbors that it did not bring them joy, that they were like, "What is that?" Or, either they were just confused by it or they felt that it, like, didn't add value to the neighborhood or whatnot, and the opposite experience has been true, which has been a huge relief, but yeah, having the security camera to be able to, just make sure that nothing gets stolen, but then I found myself checking it anytime I would set up the stand just to be like, I wonder what people's reactions are. Like, are they going to be excited? Do they want to buy a half dozen cookies? Do they just want a single cookie? Like, it's been really good insight into their feedback without them having to like reach out, and it's like very honest feedback, because even though the camera is like this big, like they know it's there, but I think they're just having their own little experience, and that's been so cute to see people walk up and just say like, oh, cool. Like, that's usually like, "Oh, wow, nice. Oh, it's so oh my god, beautiful." Like, all these positive reactions versus somebody being like, "What the hell is this? Like, what is this monstrosity?" Because we built it out of, garbage. So it's like
It's
it's
so it's so cute, though.
Thank
Um,
you.
Peter's coming in with a lot of comments. I
Oh,
love My retirement plan is opening a broth stand. Only issue is I live at the end of a dead-end road in the middle of the woods. Working name is David Lee Broth Stand.
god, I love it.
You you and Peter would 100% like play off each other with all the play on words and stuff.
Marketing firm, Peter.
He's so good. I know. He is a marketer, so that yeah. He's got that brain just like you. He's got sectional healing.
Yeah, sectional.
Sectional
Oh,
healing.
sectional.
Um yeah, I am so I've been doing some gardening myself. I got my look at that free bird
I know it's not a beer if you were wondering. This is
getting us through
product placement.
I dry January very dry air Jan.
I forgot because I've only had it when you brought it, when you came for the summer, and then now I have it, and I forgot how, like, crisp it is. It's like because I drink sparkling water all day long, more than I should. But this one, I don't know what they do. They, like, extra carbonate it. It's so good.
It's really good. And yeah, we're doing a shameless plug for Freebird right now, but I drove all the way across the country to get that water. I did a trip to Virginia just to get Freebird.
Oh, to deliver me water.
And now they're delivering you water. Yeah. Um, but I got that garden bed like a year ago, and it's coming up on a year at the end of February, and I just went and bought some more plants in the last couple of days, and I have plants on the patio, and I think I was telling you how it's one of the few things that makes me so present and so focused on the one thing that I'm doing. Hi, Luggy.
Hi, buddy. I know it's almost done.
Sweet boy. Um, but it's the one thing. This feels like I love the we are live.
Very live. And in case you were wondering what time it is on the East Coast, Lugnut will let you know that it is somewhere between 3 p.m. and 4 p.m., which is dinner time.
Yeah. And he's like, I need to go outside. I want to go experience the outside. That's what brings me joy. Um, but there are very few things right now that keep me so present that I forget about everything else. Like all the other things fade away because
Art
there's
that for you, right? Which is so cool.
yeah. Well, and just beautifying my yard and like I had beautified our porch with different plants before we came to Virginia last July. And then when I came back, they'd put like the landlord had put a new fence, like cleaned up kind of like behind the porch and stuff. And that looks beautiful, but there were all these random pots that were like in the dirt and they like just stacked them up on the porch. And I was like, the thing that I had done has painted. Yeah, so I had to redo that. It wasn't that much work, but um
My
now
like brain was like, free pots?
yeah, they were a little sketchy. Like there were some spiders. There was one spider on them, and I was a little nervous about that because we have had some brown, uh,
Clues.
not the brown recluse, the brown, brown widow, which is supposed to be worse
That
than the widow.
oh, really?
Yes, we've had a couple of those, like, and they come in fast. Like if we put one of those, like Zula will have to have a towel to like wipe her paws to come. Like she does it. She wipes her paws. No, but we'll drape it over the chair and there'll be a spider hiding in there within the next like day or so. So they come in and make their home really fast and it's very sketchy.
I'm
S
like, I feel like I have to knock on wood, but as cold as it's been getting here, and as many of our friends around us have mice problems, like
Yeah.
any, and I'm like, I don't know, I don't think the dogs really keep them away, but I don't know. Happy to not have mice.
They might I yeah, we definitely get them at our cabin up in, like an hour and a half from Charlottesville. Anyway, I digress. Um, yeah, what are you all doing right now to find joy? Bill said Freebird water holds its bubbles well. That's
It
right.
does. Oh,
It does. But I know my mom is an incredible gardener. She has a huge garden and just keeps it so beautiful. Her horticulture degree has served her well. And I, for a long time, thought that the green thumb skipped a generation, and I have no children. So I don't know where it's going to go from here. But
that seems like that's the natural trajectory here.
yeah, I'm going to pass it down to Zula, my dog. But yeah, I don't know. I wonder what other people are like. What hacks are you doing to exist in more joy in this time when we need to find things that make us happy and feel good? And Annette said YouTube karaoke.
Oh,
Ella.
I didn't, YouTube is like, it's changing my, it's like, it's obviously been around for so long, but I'm just like really tapping into its resources lately. I didn't know that um they had karaoke, but I've been putting on every morning when I wake up. I have like a whole routine. Speaking of like bringing joy, you know this, but I guess for the listeners, I like highly romanticize my life with like very specific things. And one of them is now like YouTube goes on the TV every morning. And during like Christmas or like, that season, it was like a fireplace background. I've been very into the Lord of the Rings Shire like YouTube thing now, which is just like the background is like a little hobbit house and there's like a sunbeam coming in and there's just like beautiful little like flute music playing. And then the other day though, and these things are like, 6 to 8 to 10 hours long. Like, you put it on and you just, like, set it, forget it, and then it just, like, plays in the background, and I like it because instead of having just, like, a big black TV in the middle of the cabin, it's a pretty background. And Lugnut, I'm gonna feed you soon, buddy. We got some comments from Peanut Gallery. Um, but the other I had it on, and I hadn't listened to this one yet, and so there's, like, doo-doo, it's like flute music's going, it's, like, so relaxing and just kind of a adorable, and I go upstairs and I hear a man talking, and I was like, "Is Oliver home early? Like, what is that? The dogs aren't freaking out." And it's just like I don't know, a character, like, is on the screen. He's, like, in a little garden. He's just like, "La da da da, do 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 do," and, like, it's like this, like, old man talking, and I was like, "Who's in the house?" So be careful if you do turn on, know that sometimes it's not just music and yeah.
Yeah, it could when you could think that somebody's in your house. Oh, it's yeah, and, like, the channel changes or something at some point, like, your music runs out.
Ad
And
comes super loud.
yes, exactly. Yeah. Um, I don't know. I haven't been like, sometimes I'll put on a YouTube channel, like, for Zula like, music for Zula or something. I don't do it very often, but it'll be, like, jazz for dogs or something, and I just imagine her I'm coming home, and she's, like, playing Curtis's little piano, like, the 67 key piano or something. What'd you say?
Got inspired by the dog jazz.
Yes. Oh my god, I so badly have you seen those videos? Like, I think my mom sent me one the other day, but there was, like, a dog playing piano, and it would, like, play a bunch. It's, like, it sounds terrible. It's just, like, a bunch of keys, and then it goes, "Roo," like, it starts howling, like, in between, like,
I
feeling the soul in his heart.
love that.
But
That's what that dog is doing to bring itself joy.
yeah, exactly. I mean, what are some other things? Like I'll go and do a good workout or something, and that changes my whole day. I don't feel that much joy in the midst of doing the workout a lot of times, but it's the feeling afterwards.
I mean, I think there's a lot of, like, standard things that people do like that, like working out is so obviously, like, I feel like if you looked up, like, how to whatever, lift your vibration, like getting exercise, releasing endorphins. So I would think that most people know about, kind of the basic stuff. Like little things I feel like that I do. I feel like I try to turn everything into like art
Mhm.
more as I've gotten older. Like, I mean, especially now, like baking and stuff, because I'm baking every day for the farm stand. Like, making sure, like, taking the time, I think that's kind of like circling it back to the farm stand because that's just my life now. It's like that's something I didn't realize too that even when, like, people or maybe more so if people aren't like very artistic, it like brings them a lot of joy. Like, people appreciate when you do something like thoughtfully and delicately and artfully.
Mhm.
Been programmed to go through life so fast and like rapid and like just like get it done and go and move forward or to, whatever, like purchase something instead of like making it or putting thought into it and it just is like a lot it's like a lost art, I guess, to like I don't know, like I wish I had an example like within arm's reach, but like I'm putting together stuff for Valentine's Day, like trying to think ahead and like prep things cuz it takes a lot of time and um I've been trying to be more sustainable, like, it brings me joy to feel more sustainable, I guess, and to know that I'm doing, like, my tiny little part, and, I found these, like, tags. I was going to make them, but it ended up being better to support this, like, small Etsy person, but these tags that are the plantable seed paper
Yep.
that like a gift tag, and then I found, like, non-toxic ink stamp, like, to and from or whatever, and I just, like, I did it because it brought me joy, like, I was like, "I feel better knowing that, like, this is a cute additional thing that is, like, a plantable and somebody can, like, bring wildflowers," and I posted, a, like, picture of it as, like, a teaser for what's coming up, and the amount of people who are like, "What? Like, I can't like, this is exciting, like, this is so cool," like, those little things that maybe come so easily to us because 'cause we're a little more, like, I don't know, maybe creative brained than some, like, I think I sometimes take for granted how much joy it brings other people, so
Yeah. I'm getting a package right now, apparently. from FedEx.
Fun. He loved
Maybe it's my Freebird.
exciting. It feels like, why does this feel like Mr. Rogers or something? Like, or just clues. You just got a letter.
I know, I just got a letter. Oh, yeah, well, that was another.
It on camera.
What's that?
Never
Your audio's cutting out. I wonder if that's happening for everyone else too, or if it's just me. What were you saying?
what you have to open on camera. Whatever.
I'll
Yeah.
tell you I'll tell you afterwards. It could be that other thing I ordered. Wink, wink. No. Uh, I I love like, you and I talked about the idea of doing some handwritten letters for people,
Fun.
like, kind of as a marketing tactic for getting more people interested, like, anyone who's already listening to the podcast, but also trying to get more people's interest peaked because right now it feels like what's happening in society is as things are feeling more uncertain around what's real and what's not, people are like, I'm going to gravitate towards the thing that I know is real, like something tangible or a place that I can go to and talk to people in person. And I heard this is a tangent, but I heard this thing on NPR when I was going to the gym the other day where this guy, specifically one of the guys they were interviewing, this is about people having relationships with chatbots. And this guy is got divorced from his wife because she was talking to spirits through her chatbot. Like,
What?
and
Right.
one of the people who was interviewed in this, I think he was a doctor or a therapist or something. He's like, the only remedy for this is human interaction, human connect. So
It's wild. It's gotten to where, like, I'm a little triggered. Like, I feel like I need to be better about my reaction to it because I understand there's so many benefits, like, obviously on one hand, but as a creative person, seeing people who have the ability to be creative and create something and decide not to and use it, it's like it's so obvious when you see something like right now because I'm in farm stand world, like I'm in these groups with these other bakers and seeing them all like make their like photos and their menus using AI is
mm,
just like there's no and you can't it's so funny because like it is very realistic, but the naked eye, it's like it looks so fake. It's just like is there something about inauthenticity and like just fake shit that just really grinds my gears. It's so funny. I'm like,
I'm
it
with
does it's like their decision, but I see it and I'm just like, use your noggin. Like,
yeah, I
but
know. I feel very I'm mostly against it because I know I don't know all of the implications environmentally speaking, but I know that it's really bad as far as water usage is concerned, but um there's also the other side of it where if people are outsourcing all of their thoughts to it, there's their thoughts and their creativity and everything, there is the potential for it to become a major crutch. But I think people like a doctor's using it for research or something. Like if it's a supplement to something that you already are good at or you already know, or you're like doing mixed media or something, mixed media art, that's a different that's where I'm like, okay, I can get it. I can understand. But and this will probably be not surprising, but also like gasp. I've never used Chat GPT
me
or
neither.
any of these things other than to make a couple of photos of German shepherds one time.
I feel like something else that you made though too, like we're experimenting with like you're great in the way that like when you don't not necessarily agree with something, but if you don't like understand something, like you okay, get down. You dive into it and try so that you can see it from both sides. And I feel like from a photographer's perspective, like when AI photos and things started coming out, like you were like, I'm gonna dive into this because I need to understand what we're up against essentially. And I
Yeah.
feel like that you made some like funny
Yes.
like 70s women or so I can't remember what it was, but it was like so funny because they had like seven fingers on one, like trying to give a peace sign, but it was like
Yes, that was in Mid-Journey. I was, like, experimenting, and I made, like, a Polaroid photo at Woodstock or something, and it could not get a peace sign right. It was doing, like, the one, and then eventually it got the peace sign, um, but it was so laughable, and then at one point, it made the woman topless, but, like, nothing looked right. Like, it just
Norm, I don't understand.
no. It's like, I don't understand. It also It also was a little bit of a prude in some ways when I was doing it. Like, it took, like, multiple rounds for it then it to eventually be like, "Oh, yeah, I'll show you my boobs," or something, you know?
Thing.
"You what?"
It wanted to censor you.
It did, yeah, and I don't even know if I had explicitly said, like, topless or something, but I think it just, like, went in that direction, and the whole thing was so strange. I canceled that membership to Midjourney because I was like, "I don't need to be doing this.
Yeah. You're like, I don't like this.
It's not the route I'm going. I'm gonna go and have, like, real conversations with people, like,
Have
create this podcast idea with my friend and do things that promote connection."
I like it. Have you done today to shift your day into a more joyous or, like, positive path? Because I know you said, like, a lot of times you'll wake up and it's like, people have it opposite ways. Sometimes they'll wake up and they'll be, like, in a good mood, and then it kinda, like, fades throughout the day, but, like, sometimes you wake up and you have that, like, ugh, like, you have to kind of pep yourself up, and I wonder if there's anything you did today to, like, get in that headspace.
Yeah, so one thing that I got out of the habit of doing with changing my environment coming to Virginia, was that I started looking at my phone before I go to bed,
Mm.
thing that I stopped doing for, like, an entire year, and I would read analog books before bed, not look at screens, and I could tell a huge difference in the level of anxiousness and, like, my regulation of my nervous system before I was going to sleep. Like, it was noticeable within a few days. But I'm still in that habit because I started playing those New York Times games, and I'm like, "This is so fun," before I look forward to it, and I'm like,
Too, it's funny, we used to do it in the morning, now it's before bed, just like
yeah, it's not that's not a very, like, high octane, like, stressful thing. It's kind of nice to just play word games and stuff, but I think just the looking at the screen component is the really not good part. It messes with your circadian rhythm, and, um, so what I did this morning was, like, I've been trying to practice mindfulness when I get up in the morning, and instead of grabbing my phone, which now is next to me, I get up, I'm like, "Nope, you're not gonna look at your phone first. You're gonna get up, you're gonna go stretch, you're gonna go, like, greet the day a little bit more, you're gonna take some deep breaths," like, get myself into a more grounded headspace before I pick up any device. So, I'm not always on it with that, but
tough. I've been trying to do the same thing, and I I probably have a 50-50 success rate as far as, like, some days I'll be like, "No, no, no," like, but it is hard too because I think you and I both have that, if I am going on my phone, the good thing, I guess, but also maybe it's not even good, it's never to just, like, doom scroll, it's always because I wanna get ahead of something, like, I wanna, like, look at my email or check my, whatever, like, anything that I feel like I'm gonna have to do at some point during my morning. Sometimes I will lay in bed and I'll just, like, go ahead and do it. Like, let me go ahead and look at my emails and see if there's anything to, like, get back to, or I put my phone on, like, sleep or do not disturb at night, so I'll, like, turn that back on and see if there's anything I need to respond to. So, I guess at least it's not that I'm just going on to be like, "What's going on in Instagram world today?" Like, I definitely have drawn the line with that, but starting, I guess, at 3:34 PM today. Uh,
that's ok maybe what we do is just, like, talk about one thing that we're both looking forward to, like, something that we have coming up that we're like, you have an Arctic Circle coming to you, like,
yeah,
inches of snow.
it's 24 to 29 inches.
It's our
Every time I look, it's like another 2 inches. I'm like, "Okay."
That's
Uh,
what she's
What'd you say?
That's what she said.
Ah, nice.
No,
Uh,
what's one thing that they're like, I don't know, a sentiment or like just anything that you have coming up that you're excited about?
Honestly, I'm excited about the snow. Like, I feel like everyone's in panic mode, but it makes me think of, the fact that, like, there may be a lot in life that I don't know and, like, a lot of education that I may not have received that other people have, but I am definitely somebody who has, like, honed my preparedness skills. So,
Yeah,
when weather events and stuff like this happen, I get into, like, helper mode. So I feel like I'm like, "All right, we've got our oxygen mask on." Like, we have everything we need. We have a generator, we have a camping stuff. I mean, we have the whatever. Like, if the power goes out, it won't be it turns what could be, like, a very, like, sweet winter experience into something that's a little more like, "All right, we need to survive because it's gonna be, like, 5 degrees apparently." But I'm not in panic mode, and I think a lot of people, um that happens to, or I'm like, like, I don't know. I just feel like I'm looking forward to, like, the weather event coming and going because there's just like this like panic in the air right now of everybody being like, "Oh my god, this giant storm's coming." And it's like it's not like it is not great like if you're not prepared. But if you
right.
prepare, just like it's weather, then so be it.
Yeah. Yeah, my mom says snow slows us down and it's delightfully quiet. That's true.
It's like
It's
every like, it just, like, muffles, and it's beautiful, and, I like that it slows people down because, there's not a lot that can do that as far as, like, shutting down the roads, like, businesses closed down, whatever. It forces people to kind of, like, get back and then, like, yeah, the power going out. It's like, I kinda love that. Not for more than a couple days, like, I'll say that because we experienced that in California when the fires happened. It was, like, 2 weeks without power, but I do love a couple days where you're just like, "Oh, no, okay, we can't," like, you notice so much about yourself about being like, "Oh, I reach for this electronic," or it, like, kind of puts us back into I feel like it's a good check anytime it happens where, well, 1, you realize, "Okay, what do I need to have to be more prepared next time?" And then you realize, like, what habits you've gotten into. Like, I last time the power went out, like, I fall asleep with a heating pad in the bed. Like, I'm such an old lady. I put a heating pad in the bed. I, like, make the bed with a heating pad in it, and then before I go to sleep, I or Oliver most of the time, because he's a sweet, sweet man, will turn it on so that it, like, heats up the sheets for me. And I'll go and get in bed and we'll do our Wordle, and I'll have, like, the heating pad on my back or, like, where my shoulders, wherever I'm feeling like I need, like, to be cozy. And, last time the power went out, that was, like, something where I was like, "Oh, shit." I really, really, like, have gotten in the habit of doing that, or, like, a hot bath. Like, I usually take a hot bath, like, almost every night. And,
just my eating pad.
wait, is that the one? I feel like I sent you a link to that one because 'cause I'm like, "It's weighted." Is that the weighted one?
It's not weighted, but it looks so big right now. No, but I always turn it on at night, sitting here in the corner of the sofa, and I'll
Nice.
sometimes eat a gummy, and then and I'm, like, living my best life over here in the corner of my orange sofa. It makes me so happy. You said that you forgot to turn I remember it was a Christmas Eve or something. You said you forgot to turn your heating pad off.
That's our treat too. Next, like, sponsor lane we need to go down, like, heating pads. Like, I'll talk all day about the benefits and the joy of having a hot. You know what Oliver got me? We went on the camping trip where we were gone for, like, a month we're camping the van. I have it. I need to charge it up before the big storm. It's like one of those big, like, hoodie poncho things, but it
Yep.
has a battery pack. It's a giant heating pad there, and it has a hood. And and, it's just like I will take all the I have no shame. I had a friend who I think I told you, Kelly, but who, like, loves her heating pad, but when she's now married, so it's fine, but and I'm sure she's, like, opened up more, but she's like, "Oh my god, I would never use my heating pad in front of my partner." Like, I always, like, only if he's not home or something, and I'm like, "No, that eating?
What? What do you do with it?
She's like, "No," she, like, thought it was embarrassing. She's like, "No," and I'm like, I think that, like, probably day 1, Oliver, like, came over to my house, like, I no, it is, like, there, plugged in, like, I'm like, "This is part of my life," like,
Does she associate it with being geriatric or something? Is
she felt like it was gonna make her it's like the equivalent of, like, orthopedic shoes to her, like, she's like, I can't let him see me in this state yet."
I do not care. If Curtis didn't like it, maybe it would be him versus the heating pad. I don't know. I'm just joking.
Like, that, like, to, cap your point, like, I'm looking forward to it because it brings things to light that I'm like, "Okay, maybe I'm a little too reliant on that." I love to be I I feel like I shouldn't say that too loud to the universe. Please don't give me any more struggles right now, but I love to be put, like, to be put in my place a little bit with, like, my reliance on technology and things. And to, like, be kinda, like, brought back down to earth and be like, "You can survive off this, and this," or, like, "Yeah, you can't go buy that, but you can make it. You have these things here," like, and it just makes me more, like, secure in who I am and more, like, I don't know, strong as a woman to be like, "I don't need that thing." Like, if Amazon stops running and the store closes or whatever, like, I know how to make that thing. Like, that thing, it exists, I just have to use my skills and bring it to life. So I feel like weather events and stuff like that is always a good time to check back in with that. So I'll update you in a few days when I'm maybe buried in 30 to 60 inches of snow or whatever they did. I'm like, I don't want it. I want my heating pad back.
It just creeped up to 5 feet. That's amazing.
Oh, that heating pad on the generator.
Yes. The heating pad is a necessity. We must have it. Um, I was gonna say, yeah, I do feel like you have been paying your dues plenty, and you deserve to have the path cleared for you, so somebody should come over and shovel your driveway for you,
Oh,
literally.
speaking of how prepared we are, so I have to go get one of those today. It's on my list.
Well, yeah, but just in general, like,
Yeah.
beyond I wanted to comment on that part. I'm like, you do deserve to have some things just, like, go very easily for you. Um, I'm gonna go and plant a few more things in my garden bed. I have them sitting outside now. I've got some Bib lettuce, and it's beautiful, some starters, a couple of spinach plants, and we got some yellow onions yesterday. I'm very excited.
Oh, you were like, we use so many onions in this household. It's like,
Many
seriously, I'm
so
gonna
many
here because I feel like we eat a lot of sweet potatoes.
That's a good one. Yeah. I wanna plant some of those too because we eat a lot of them also, but, um, well, I love you so very much.
This was nice.
This
No,
was really
do all your free time. You're gonna go plant things.
I'm gonna go plant some things, and I freaking love
I'm gonna feed this guy because if not,
he looks so
he's
displeased.
so dejected.
I I'm thankful that Annette commented that her heating pad is within arm's reach too. That made me really happy to see that. So, we're all in this together.
Yeah, you've had hose.
Alright, y'all. Hope you have a good rest of your day. Godspeed to all of you on the East Coast right now with your weather coming. We'll think of you and our 60 degrees over here in Los Angeles.
Love you. Bye.
Bye.